We're doing joint active shooter training.
The location is unique in several ways.
We don't get a training facility like this where we have a real live mall to actually train. We've never had a training this big with the agencies involved. This is a rare opportunity for us.
A situation that's happened across the country where bad guys go inside and try to do as much damage to life and property as they can.
God forbid one of these events occur, but these are some of the taskings that could be assigned to us.
How's it been going?
Well, as you can see, pretty good. Somebody just activated a device, so pretty good training.
Are you entranced by our ERT van?
Is this also a communications training exercise as well?
Yeah, just get with the guys right inside.
It's just not only us here on the peninsula that we struggle with, but that's any agency in America as far as law enforcement and fire. That's something that we're constantly trying to work and iron out is becoming that unified command. Being exposed to a lot of different things.
This training is super important. You can't put a price on the ability to do this kind of training.
From the unique color of the seats here inside the stadium that had to be specially mixed to find the right shade of purple, all the way to the closeness to the pitch. To the standing room only supporter section that will quickly have cup holders installed per the request of Lion Nation. And if you thought it was loud at Camping World Stadium, check out the roofs here as they are made to amplify the noise during the game.
One of the unique aspects about our stadium was it was designed to be as loud as possible. Our roof goes around all four sides of the stadium, and it's as shallow as we could make it, yet still allow rainwater to go off.
This is going to be a very loud and intimidating stadium. The supporter section is fully standing room only, which basically means that there are no seats.
When our fans start pounding on the aluminum bleachers, when they start cheering, all of the sound is contained within the footprint of our stadium.
There are 25,500 seats at this stadium.
The intimacy is what's going to hit most of the fans. Will smell the natural grass. You'll see the sprinklers going, you'll see the groundskeeping crew at work for that, plus the seats with Orlando spelled out in it, as well as the 49 seats we recently dedicated for the Pulse victims.
So if you look around, the construction workers are currently trying to finish the stadium.
We are on time to complete everything by the scheduled date we'd planned on.
Now the keys will be officially handed over to the club on February 17th, and I'm told later that month that fan supporters will get invited to a free exhibition game here to get their first look before opening day on March 5th. Reporting here in Orlando, Desmina Barton, Spectrum Sports. In a small gym tucked into the back roads of Castleberry, World Boxing Commission Fecker Box champion Erickson Lubin trains. The Poinciana High School grad picked up the sport as a toddler and has climbed the boxing ranks since.
Won the Junior Olympics, National PAL, and we just kept winning every amateur tournament there was. The Golden Gloves, went overseas and beat the Cuban bronze medalist. I beat him at 17 years old, and I knew from there, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to keep boxing.
It's like a video game with me and Erickson. It's like, I could just scream something out to him, and he just performs it. He's very smart. He knows how to pick his opponent apart. He knows when to attack, when not to attack. He's just all around, he's just a well-rounded fighter.
Lubin has coined the nickname The Hammer. After all, he's 17-0 with 12 knockouts on his pro resume.
My left hand's Sledge, my right hand's Jack. Just my two hammers, man. These are my twin brothers.
With those two always by his side, he's preparing for the biggest fight of his career, March 4th at the Barclays Center, a co-main event to Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia.
I feel like this is my biggest coming out party because this is a title eliminator, and this is what every boxer dreams of is getting that title, and I'm just one step away.
Lubin bypassed an opportunity to compete for the Olympics in 2016 down in Rio, instead going pro, chasing a dream of his to become the current youngest world champion at the age of 21. Now, if he wins in Brooklyn, he gets a WBC championship fight where that could all come to life.
When he wins March 4th, and he's going to do it in spectacular fashion, then he will be in line for a world title.
The Central Florida native putting his family and his city on his shoulders when he enters the ring next month.
Boom! This is where I'm from. You know, I'm gonna raise the bar for Orlando, make everybody else want to go out there and do something good and, you know, just put the city on the map.
Despina Barton, Spectrum Sports.
Everyone will always remember the first Arnold Palmer Invitational without the great Arnie himself. Then there's the tournament. The big names were here for the final round on Sunday. Fan favorites like defending champ Jason Day, the brightly colored Ricky Fowler, and Rory McIlroy. But with Arnie gone, can this tournament live off his memory alone and continue to attract the top players in the world?
There's some guys that will probably most likely end up missing this event, but there's some guys that will come back as always because it fits perfectly in the schedule. So it just depends. I mean, some guys, love to play a week before, and some guys don't.
I like playing here. I know there's some guys that don't, and that's just what you're going to get with every golf course. So not everyone's going to play here, but there are going to be guys that do enjoy this golf course. And then, on top of it still being Arnie's event, guys will be here. So I look forward to being here as much as possible.
But maybe the biggest tribute to Arnold himself came from the Aussie Mark Leishman, who put together an Arnie-like charge on Sunday to catch the leaders and win the Arnold Palmer Invitational and be the first to don the red cardigan.
It's an amazing feeling. It's been a long time since I've won on the tour, and to do it here is just such a huge honour, especially on such a special year when the first year after Mr. Palmer's passing. So to be the first person to wear this is an amazing feeling, and what a great place to win. I'm just so excited.
At Bay Hill, Mike Cairns, Spectrum Sports.
They look cute and cuddly. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm letting these guys let the dog bite me. Kind of worried. All right, I'm ready. Oh, wow. But they've been trained to do a very specific job. That is strong. That is strong. For the aggression work, the reward's the bite. Basically, we train working dogs for Department of Defense agencies. You're looking for that top 1% of the working dogs out there. They go through a very intense physiological and psychological screening program. They're extremely reliable and intelligent. They're strong, but the training is just a little bit above what your law enforcement agencies are utilizing. She's not deterred by the sounds of combat. For the dog's perspective, it is a game, but an extremely serious game. I'm good. He's going a little high. The dog's just an extension of the troop's hands. The decoy, as you saw, is basically a giant rabbit, and the dog's pursuing and holding. But at the end of the day, he's working to please his handler and to obtain a reward.
News Channel 3 is the home of the Redskins, and today it was Fan Appreciation Day at training camp. Photojournalist Nick Allen gives you the sights and sounds from Richmond.
Appreciation Day, best day of the year to be here.
We're out here at camp. It's an exciting time. I love it. I'm enjoying every second of it.
See what they gonna do this year.
I wanted to see them practice. I wanted to see the band play. I want to show my appreciation as a fan.
You've been a lifelong Redskin fan, and this is the first time you're going to see him in person?
Since 1972.
What are you hoping to see?
Of course, RG3. And they came closer to Norfolk this year and whatnot, and a lot of people, there's a lot of Redskin fans down in Norfolk, Virginia.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this. It was the best idea y'all ever came up with. To get out and actually come down to Richmond, Virginia. We're the biggest fans in the world around here.
Hail to the Redskins! Awesome experience to have so many fans out here and so much support.
How you ball, man?
Honestly, I try to stay out here longer and sign autographs just because I'm from here. So many people watch me from high school on the Tech. My career so far in the NFL, and now here the Redskins. It's my pleasure and my honor to stay out here and sign autographs.
The Redskins will be playing their first preseason game this Saturday, August 8th against the Tennessee Titans right here on News Channel 3 at 8.
If I look at a team that wears the same helmet all the time, I'm going to get bored.
And by golly, he hasn't had to, with Frost ties to Nike and the clothing budget expanding.
Yeah, we've got 3 helmet trunks and then 3 shoe trunks.
The equipment department has ballooned along with it.
The quality level is going up. Got some custom warm-ups. I'm sure that had been available in the past, but just not available to us. You can thank Coach Frost for that. Even some custom shoes for the players. A lot of them can equate this. So this is what I thought, Division I football was going to be like.
We have a slew of cleats and footwear for our guys. Yeah, we have two carriages full of cleats.
Last year, the Knights had only 27 uniform combinations to choose from. But when Scott Frost came in, he beefed up the closet here, and now the team has over 1,000 combinations on any given game day, coming down to its socks and its shoes. And ever wonder how they choose the game day look?
It's been beautiful. Our staff meetings with the entire football staff, you even have the video department, the strength department, sports med department, and the equipment department. And we've taken uniform combinations in there, just hold it up and, there's a vote. And the combination with the most votes wins.
Now that doesn't stop players from dropping in to give their 2 cents. In fact, the seniors selected the final home game combination. But what's in store for the USF game is under lock and key.
Everything needs to be perfect.
Perfection is the goal within the department, from the decals on the helmets to the stitching on the jerseys.
Well, we all take personal pride in what we do in here. At the end of the day, you're doing it for these guys in the locker room, and they're the reason why we all have jobs. So you want to take care of them and make it look as good as you can for those guys.
At UCF, Despina Barton, Spectrum Sports.